Yeah, we back. Now today we're going to be talking about Shadima Adechina. For those of y'all who've been following my channel, then you already know I've been keeping track of this story. Now, long story short, Shadima Adechina is a supermodel who was born in South Africa. I believe she has a Nigerian father and a Mozambican mother. And she was the subject of a lot of conversation and a lot of controversy earlier in the year. Now, keep in mind, I don't attach the xenophobic label to all South Africans. When I talk about the xenophobic South Africans, I'm only talking about a certain segment of the population. Now, back to the story. So, Shadima Adechina, like I told you before, Nigerian father, Mozambican mother. It was a certain segment of South African society that didn't really appreciate that. They didn't like the fact that somebody of multi-ethnic heritage or foreign heritage would be the face of the nation. They felt it was not an authentic representation. Now, here's where it gets messy. So currently, the Minister of Home Affairs for South Africa, which is basically the guy who was in charge of, immigration and securing the border and things like that, he decided to open an investigation on Shadima's background. Yes, a European settler decided to open an investigation on a black African woman to see whether she belongs here or not. Now, let's jump into some of these articles so I can jog your memory. Take a look up on the screen. On her second try, she got into the Miss South Africa competition, but her participation caused an uproar in the country. Born in Soweto to a Nigerian father and a Mozambican mother, Adechina's nationality became a subject of intense debate on social media. Now, anyways, back to the white man who's the Minister of Home Affairs. So he decided to open an investigation, and he came out with some false allegations, some false charges, saying that Shadima's mother committed identity theft in order to obtain citizenship for her as a child. Now, of course, when it comes to those of us who are critical thinkers, when it comes to those of us who are, highly cerebral, we begin to ask questions, right? Now, of course, I don't take the words of a white man, at face value, especially if he's talking about a black woman. I'm sorry to tell you, the allegations made by a European settler doesn't have much credibility in my eyes. I'm going to need more information. You can't just come out with a declaration and think I'm just going to follow what you say. I'm going to need some more solid evidence, some more solid information. So that was the first red flag, right? That was strike one for me. You claim she stole somebody's identity, a native South African's identity, but yet she has a West African name. That was strike one. That's how I know the white man was lying. The second issue that I had was it seemed like they were trying to punish the child for the alleged crimes of the mother, the alleged crimes of the parent, right? And like I said before, these accusations coming from a European settler, it just did not sit right with me, bro. Because if we are forcing the child to take accountability for the crimes of the parents, then every single one of y'all should be rounded up immediately. That's how I looked at it. Now, let's continue. Take a look up on the screen. Shadima became the focus of an investigation after making it to the finals of the Miss South Africa pageant. Her eligibility was questioned because of her Nigerian and Mozambican ancestry. Now, due to the controversy and the negative publicity, she ended up withdrawing from Miss South Africa altogether. As you can see, take a look up on the screen. Shadima Adechina withdraws from the Miss South Africa pageant. Now, the most embarrassing thing about this whole fiasco is after she withdrew from the Miss South Africa competition, you had a European woman actually won the whole competition, right? You had a white French woman won the whole competition. Yeah, a white French woman became Miss South Africa. And of course, I'm pretty sure, the white man who's the Minister of Home Affairs, I'm pretty sure he was very excited about that. And not only was he excited, but he actually went even further and actually revoked her citizenship altogether. Take a look up on the screen. Shadima Adechina was stripped of her South African citizenship. Now, of course, during this whole fiasco, this whole time, I'm making videos. I'm blasting South Africa. Nigga, I'm going ham on South Africa. Nigga, I'm going ham on the xenophobic South Africa. Nigga, I'm going crazy, guns blazing for Shadima. Because listen, you're not about to have the white man, put the black woman on trial, put the African woman on trial to see whether she belongs here or not. And then you're going to knock her off the competition and then give a white woman the crown. Bro, I was on YouTube going crazy. Go on my catalog. I still got them videos up. Nigga, I was smashing for Shadima. You're not about to do that to the black woman, bro. You're not about to do that to the black woman, man. Nah, especially with that shaky evidence. Y'all don't even got no real evidence. So nah, I was going crazy for Shadima on these YouTube streets. Y'all was there. If y'all was there, y'all remember. But of course, it did not stop there, right? Take a look up on the screen. You had this group or this organization that was called the Progressive Forces of South Africa that wrote a petition to the Miss Universe competition to basically block Chidima from participating. And then when I did some research and digging behind this, progressive forces of South Africa, like who are these people? I figured out that this organization is affiliated with a political party in the country entitled Action for South Africa, which is funded majority by the Oppenheimer family, a big, major, white oligarch family inside South Africa. Now, during the whole time this fiasco was going down, back to the Minister of Home Affairs, right? This guy was signing deals with nations like Ukraine so they can have visa-free access into the country. So Ukrainian immigrants, white Ukrainian immigrants, can travel and migrate and relocate to South Africa visa-free, without no visa. Meanwhile, the whole time, they fanning the flames of anti-black xenophobia. Now, after Chidima left the Miss South Africa competition, she went to go compete in the Miss Nigeria competition, where she ended up winning the entire thing. She ended up crushing the whole thing and going on to the next stage, which was the Miss Universe competition. And now take a look up on the screen. Chidima Adetshina snatches the Miss Universe Africa crown as the highest placing African contestant. Yes, it's not about South Africa no more. She is the queen of the whole continent. She representing the whole continent now. So listen, the white man down at the Home Affairs office, he didn't want to represent in South Africa. The xenophobic blacks didn't want to represent in South Africa. Now she representing the whole continent. She representing the whole race. And what lesson can we learn from this? I mean, first of all, nothing gets produced from division or xenophobia, right? The reason why Chidima ended up crushing the entire competition is because of the mass mobilization that took place behind her. You see, nobody was thinking about the Miss South Africa, Miss Universe competition. Nobody was even thinking about that shit. The reason why it became something on the radar or the topic of conversation is because the xenophobes literally launched her into superstardom, right? So you tried to crush this beautiful woman. You tried to crush the black woman, but you ended up shooting her straight to the top. You ended up shooting her straight to the top. And that little white girl you sent down there, yeah, she got ran off the block. Nobody gives a fuck about that white girl. So that's the first thing. The xenophobes, they don't have the numbers, right? The xenophobes don't have the numbers. We crushed the xenophobes just by the numbers, right? Your contestant got ran off the block. Our contestant damn near crushed the whole competition, man. So listen, like I said in my community tab, another win for Pan-Africanism, another loss for the enemies of Pan-Africanism, another loss for the xenophobes. What have the xenophobes ever produced? What has xenophobia ever produced? The only thing xenophobia does is destroy. The only thing it does is tear apart. It doesn't produce anything, though. That's the thing. You see, unity is where production happens. You see, unity is the reason why Chidima crushed the whole competition and the reason why she's now Miss Universe Africa, Miss Queen of the whole continent. That's because we united and mobilized behind her. You see, xenophobes can't do anything but destroy and tear apart. That's the reality, right? So, like I said, because xenophobia can only destroy and tear apart, you tried to destroy Chidima, right? The xenophobes tried to destroy Chidima. The white man at the Home Affairs office tried to destroy Chidima. But instead, it ended up backfiring in your whole face because now she is Miss Universe Africa. Not Miss South Africa. No, she is Miss Universe Africa, meaning that according to the competition, that's the most beautiful African woman in the whole universe. I mean, goddamn. I mean, y'all took it straight to the top, man. Now think about what's next, right? This is just the beginning, bro. She gonna have modeling contracts, brand endorsements, speaking engagements, man, bro. They tried to destroy that young lady, and now y'all took her straight to the top. She going straight to the moon now. She going straight to the bank on y'all ass. So once again, shout out to Chidima. That's what y'all get. Y'all gave her the free publicity, and it is what it is. Like I said, she took full advantage, and now she is the queen of the entire continent, right? She is the queen of the continent, right? Not even the continent, but the whole fucking universe, right? The whole African world, right? Like, goddamn. We not just talking about this planet alone. We talking about if there's Africans on distant planets far away, yes, she represents those women too. I'm talking about all 70 quintillion, 20 sextillion planets in the whole known universe. She is the number one black woman. She is the number one according to the competition. God damn, man. That's what happens when that xenophobia backfire in your face, man. Feel crazy, don't it? Feel crazy, don't it? But anyways, man, it's your boy Neferkari Dessalines back in the Billy. Yes, indeed. Cash App at the description. Support the album, man. Support the channel. Peace.
As a woman who has faced adversity, I feel like I have a powerful story. I don't stand here as Chidima Adetshina. I stand here as a symbol of hope, a beacon of faith. As someone who has persevered with grace, I believe I have fought for not only myself, but for Africa.